Okay, so the learning goal for today is graph quadratic functions in standard form. Graph quadratic functions in standard form. Okay, so the most basic quadratic function is y equals x squared. So I went ahead and plotted some points on our graph paper here and filled out an xy table for you guys. So I have -4 to 4, and I went ahead and plugged in my x values into the equation to get the y values. So for example, -4 squared gives me 16, -2 squared gives me 4, 3 squared gives me 9. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and sketch the graph and by connecting these points, and we're going to see that the function should look something like this. I'm going to put arrows on the end of these because the function's not bounded, and the graph of this quadratic function is called a parabola. And we can look at the xy table here first and notice, similar to the absolute value case, we've got some symmetry going on. We can see that we've got corresponding y values, 1, 1, 4, 4, 9, 9, 16, 16. The only xy pair that doesn't have a corresponding y value is the 0, 0. So we can be fairly sure that this is the vertex of our equation, and I'm going to identify it here, vertex. The other thing that I want you guys to take notice of is that this parabola is symmetric about the line x equals 0. So let's go ahead and define that now as well with a dashed line. And label this key feature. So this is, we're going to call this the axis of symmetry. Okay, so let's go ahead and label the axis of symmetry x equals 0, and the vertex, we'll label it as well 0, 0. Okay, so now go ahead and discuss with your neighbor what we talked about in this example. Okay, so the next example that we're going to look at, we want to graph the function f of x equals x squared plus 4x minus 3. So to do this, the first step that we should do is create an xy table. So I went ahead and filled out the x values for you guys, and go ahead, the left-hand person start on -7 and move this way, right-hand person start on 3 and move this way. And once you guys have the table all filled out, then go ahead and plot the points.